Happy Thanksgiving. Gobble, 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 gobble.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Bobcat Corner. This is episode number 72 of Bobcat Corner, and I'm your host, Stephen Vitt, as always. And yeah, do not adjust your screen. I'm using another one of my camera angles to do this episode. Wanted to change it up a little bit. And I'm still sitting down, but I'm just using this alternate camera angle just to do this. So, anyway, if you're new to this channel, if you're new to SCV Castle, the channel, please consider subscribing, click the notification bell, do all that and also have a Ko-fi page. And so if you click the link, you'll see what I mean by that. But anyway, let's just get started here with Bobcat Corner. As you guys may have noticed in the max standings, there are at least 5 teams in the running for 2 spots in the Mid American Conference Championship game in Detroit, Michigan this year. And one of them, like I said before, after the UMass game in Bobcat Corner Live, you can basically pencil in Western Michigan. But who's going to join them? There seems to be a tie between a few different teams for second place, with a wide variety of tiebreaker scenarios. And for the life of me, for the last few weeks, I'm being honest with you guys, it's been very hard for me to process all these tie-breaking scenarios, this tie-breaking system that the MAC has in place, which did not affect, which did not have any real impact last year. But this year, it seems like it's going to be coming into play a lot. And when you break it down, it just doesn't seem to be all that logical, if I'm being blunt and honest. We'll get to that in a minute. But I'm going to post like some banners here um, as to what Ohio needs to do on their part to get into the MAC championship game. But basically, what's in Ohio's way as far as tiebreakers go is the obvious, the Toledo Rockets. If we end up tied with the Toledo Rockets in any way, seemingly, we do not have any advantage whatsoever over Toledo. Toledo, 9 times out of 10 at least, they're going to get in over us. So we have to see that Toledo stumbles against Central Michigan. That's going to be a big part of this upcoming week. So hopefully Toledo does that. They just stumble and lose to Central Michigan. But on our part, we definitely have to beat Buffalo, which we're going to talk about here later on in this episode. It's just key for us. We have to beat Buffalo. It's a must win. Um, and also, a few other things need to happen as far as common opponents and certain components to that. Because when you're breaking down a tie-breaking scenario, there are like certain things that need to happen, certain things that need to fall into place, and sometimes they can be confusing. But anyway, the general thing is this: the Ohio Bobcats must defeat the Buffalo Bulls in Buffalo this upcoming Friday after Thanksgiving. Ohio must beat Buffalo. No questions asked about that. But also, I've heard around certain corners that Northern Illinois has to beat Kent State this week, and the Ball State Cardinals, have to beat the Miami of Ohio Redhawks, who, honestly, if I'm being very blunt and honest again, and I'm not just saying this because it's the Miami of Ohio Redhawks, our arch rival, but um, the Miami of Ohio Redhawks should not really be factoring into this. They really should not be. But because of certain loopholes in these rules for the tie-breaking system that the MAC has in place, Miami of Ohio is still in it. They're part of this tie for second place. So Ball State needs to beat Miami of Ohio. And also, like I just said a minute ago, Central Michigan has to beat Toledo. So all that has to happen. Ohio has to beat Buffalo. Northern Illinois has to beat Kent State. Ball State has to beat Miami of Ohio. And of course, Central Michigan has to beat Toledo. All of that, in some shape or form, all that has to happen for Ohio to get in to the MAC championship game this year. And specifically, if you want to get even more specific, this is another thing I gathered when searching for information about tiebreakers: point differential. I'm also going to mention this real quick. Point differential, it seems like Toledo has plus 160 points in the MAC. Central Michigan has plus 79. And we, Ohio, we have plus 71. So what does that mean? Well, it's like, what are those numbers? Now I'm glad you asked that, because yes, we still need Central Michigan to beat Toledo, of course. But for us, we have to beat Buffalo, but we don't just have to beat Buffalo by 1 point. We have to beat Buffalo by at least 9 points more than the margin of Central Michigan's victory. Did you catch that? Whichever amount of points that Central Michigan beats Toledo by, we have to be better than that. We have to be better than that by 9 points. So tack on 9 points above whatever Central Michigan does to beat Toledo. I hope you guys are following me with that because it was hard for me to follow that when I first heard that. So, anyway, let's just get right to it. Let's get right to the game between the Ohio Bobcats visiting the Buffalo Bulls. So, it goes without saying that we've had our troubles throughout the entire regular season playing on the road, duly noted. We're 1-4. I'm not going to cut any corners here. We're 1-4 on the road. I'm hoping we can get the second win to get to 2-4 on the road. We definitely need it. We desperately need it. So what's in our way? The Buffalo Bulls, they are still a formidable team, even though they're 5-6, even though the record would not say as much. But 5-6, they have some talent. They still do. 4-3 in MAC play. Buffalo is out of the equation as far as getting to the MAC title game goes, but Buffalo still wants to play their way into bowl eligibility, so they still have something to play for. So let's get into that. The stats for Buffalo: Taquan Roberson, their starting QB, starting quarterback Taquan Roberson for Buffalo, 10 games, 190 of 330 pass attempts completed for 2,250 yards, 15 touchdowns, throwing 11 interceptions, and Roberson has gotten sacked 21 times. So I've heard at least one Buffalo fan say that Roberson has no real awareness in the pocket and that he doesn't really read defense as well. That's what I've heard. But he's gotten sacked 21 times, so you can get to him. Ohio's defense can get to this guy, Roberson, although he's got talent. Running back Al-J Henderson for Buffalo, 11 games, 177 rushing attempts for 724 yards, 5 touchdowns. In the receiving game, 25 receptions, 181 yards, 1 touchdown. And also wide receivers Nick McMillan, 56 receptions, 853 yards, 3 touchdowns. Victor Snow, 58 receptions, 735 yards, 8 touchdowns. And also wide receiver Jessiah Gathings, 34 receptions, 380 yards, 2 touchdowns. All of them formidable. So Buffalo does have a solid enough passing game to be concerned about. Hopefully, Ohio's secondary will be up to the task for this when it comes to the passing game for Buffalo. But also on the flip side, defense, what can Ohio's offense expect from Buffalo's defense? Linebacker Red Murdoch for the Bulls for Buffalo, 105 tackles, 38 of them solos, 7 tackles for losses, 4.5 sacks. Good productivity there. Linebacker Deion Crawford, 59 tackles, 22 of them solos, 3 tackles for losses, 2.5 sacks. And defensive end, Malene White, 44 tackles, 19 of them solos, 6 tackles for losses, 5 sacks. Again, productivity. And also defensive end, Kobe Stewart, 36 tackles, 12 of them solos, 3 tackles for losses, 3.5 sacks. So we are still dealing with the team here in Buffalo that can still bring pressure on defense and can still put up some points on offense, as you can tell by those stats alone. So this is not a team to sleep on. This is not a team to ignore. This is a team to take seriously. And I hope the Bobcats are going to take this team seriously when they go up there to Buffalo. So let me just get to the keys, the game, real fast, because I don't want to be long-winded this time. Let's just get right to it. Key number 1 for the Bobcats: establish establish a good balance between pass and run. And what do I mean by that? I mean specifically 100 passing yards and 200 rushing yards. Not necessarily in that order, but you got to have that balance. 100 passing yards, Parker Navarro, he's been ice cold lately in the passing game. Definitely understandably so in some areas because of weather conditions and whatnot. But Parker Navarro, he's got to hit the film room, and I hope he is right now. He's got to get ready. He's got to make good reads, got to make better reads. He's got to find the open man like Chase Hendricks or Rodney Harris II, or even the tight ends like Mason Williams or Jake Bruno. He's got to find those guys. Parker Navarro, he's got to get to 100 yards passing if we're going to have any shot at this. And as far as running the ball goes, Navarro can run well, but also got to hand it off to C.A. Bangura and Duncan Brune. We got to get C.A. and Duncan going first. Give them the ball first. Let them get their yards. Let them get those 200 rushing yards. However, you got to distribute that. Just do it. Get to it, and then worry about the passing game later. That should be the approach for the Bobcats in this game. Get your 200 yards rushing first, then go after the 100 yards passing. That's what I say. But we'll see. Key number 2, let's go for it. Key number 2, run first, then pass, as I just mentioned. Get to the running game first. Give it to C.A. Bangura first. Give it to him early in the first quarter. Put Duncan Brune in early. Give him the ball. Distribute it evenly between those two guys. Let them carry the rock for you guys on offense. And just really tell the offensive line to get push early and often. And then by the time you get to the second and third quarter, then you can start bringing Parker Navarro in to pass the ball a little bit. That's how you would approach it. At least that's my opinion. Key number 3. Let's go right to it. Key number 3, defense. Shout out to the entire defense of the Ohio Bobcats. I know at times I've been rough on you guys, but let's just say it. You guys have got to be good enough. Defense for the Ohio Bobcats, be good enough. I'm not asking for you guys to be excellent. Not asking for you guys to be, top 10 in the country or anything like that. No, just be good enough. Bend but don't break. Well, try to be a little bit better than that, but just be good enough. That's all I'm saying. Be good enough to make key stops on third and fourth down when you need to. Don't let Roberson or Henderson or even any of their wide receivers break free. Contain them as best you can. Take them down when you need to. Be good enough defense. And then bottom line, I'm just going to get right to it. Learn how to really win on the road. Let's just get right to it, guys. Learn how to win on the road. Really. I put in quote marks, really. Because this has been an issue all year. And guys, you don't want this being a mental block going into the offseason, regardless of whether or not we make it to the MAC championship game. I mean, we're gonna go to a bowl game regardless. But aside from that, going into this upcoming off season, don't let this be a mental block. Don't let this be a stumbling block for you guys. Learn how to actually get it done on the road. No matter what happens after this, learn how to really win on the road. Get this win. Make a statement here. Get this statement win on the road at Buffalo so that you can feel good about yourselves going into next year, regardless of what happens at the end of this year. Get this one. Learn how to put it all together. Offense and defense and even special teams. Make your field goals, I hope. Learn how to really win on the road. That's all I'm saying, guys. Put it all together. String along a complete game. Because this is part of your growth. This is part of your development as a football team. Learn how to really win on the road. It's great that you're defending Athens, Ohio, Frank Solich Field. That's great. But learn how to really win on the road, because if you do that, then you can have an opportunity to go to the MAC championship game in Detroit, Michigan year after year, and then take care of business there. But learn how to win on the road right now. That's how you got to do it. Bottom line, big picture for this game and going forward. So yeah, that's how I just want to wrap this up. Hope you guys like this camera angle. I'm trying something different, always trying to experiment. So let me know what you think about this game between the Ohio Bobcats and the Buffalo Bulls. I wanted to be short and sweet about this. So yeah, please provide comments down below this video. I really appreciate all comments I get from you guys. I really do appreciate the comments I get. So please give this video a like, give us a thumbs up, click the notification bell, subscribe to this channel. I will be updating you guys more with Bobcat Corner and other stuff I'm going to be doing. And if you feel led to, only if you feel led to, please donate to my Ko-fi account, my Ko-fi page. So yeah, thank you guys so much for following me. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. It's Thanksgiving week. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you guys. I'm thankful for all of you. This is Stephen Vitt reporting. I'm signing out. Take care, guys. Bye.
Hey guys, for real, to close episode 72 of Bobcat Corner, I just want to get this out of the way. The MAC tie-breaking system is just not, overall, I don't think it's a good system. I think MAC leadership needs to strongly I mean, strongly consider changing the Mac tie-breaking system altogether. It's just, it's convoluted, it's confusing. Again, it took me weeks to even sort out all the details of the criteria, the formula, if you will. And just now I'm starting to crack the code of it. When you have to do such mental gymnastics to figure out, okay, who goes where, which team is tied with this team, who gets the edge, blah, blah, blah. When you have to do that much mental gymnastics to come to a conclusion, then you know that there's something wrong with your system. I'm not saying it's all bad, but it needs a lot of work. And it's something that I think Mac leadership has kind of dropped the ball with. So I think there needs to be changes going forward, um, starting next season, I hope. So yeah, happy Thanksgiving, guys. Those are my thoughts.